Everyone, here's the Desert Cardinal. My name is Paul West, and here's another update on my bipolar mental health, mental illness vlog. Um, Hope everybody's well. Hope you're having a good week. Um, Already the beginning of May. It's pretty crazy. Years going by really, really quick. And we're into another season change. Between uh, spring and summer, and it's been documented scientifically that people with mental illnesses, some of the hardest times they have is during seasonal changes, for any number of reasons, but it is documented, and researched, and I know for me, the worst time of year for me is the transition from summer to fall. That's really one of the worst times. And then so if you are in like drug and alcohol program, you'll hear this word used a lot, and the word is relapse. And if you're in a drug or alcohol program, relapse refers to, you have so many years of sobriety or being clean, and then you start using again or start drinking again, and that's called having a relapse. And the very same term is used in the context of mental health, mental illness terminology. And a relapse for someone who's mentally ill, who struggles with mental illness, would be, having another episode that requires some kind of intervention, whether it's hospital care or just getting yourself to the doctor or whatever. And the whole point of recovery is our treatment, our support system, learning coping skills, learning how to accept the mental illness that we have, and avoiding relapses, which for the most part, a full-blown relapse for a person who's mentally ill is that you become hospitalized again, and so we want to do everything we can to avoid having a relapse, and which means, what is your treatment? Is your treatment therapy, medication, support system, is your treatment just therapy and your support system, and you're not on medication? There's a lot of people that I know that aren't on any kind of medication, and they don't smoke marijuana, but they are in therapy, and and they're accountable to someone, and that's the important part. I would never tell somebody, you have to get on medication. That's a personal choice that you have to make. Now, if you choose to get on medication, I can tell you from personal experience stay on the medication and follow your doctor's instruction. Because if you start messing around with it, then you're going to open yourself up to all kinds of stuff. And I've done that, and I paid the price. I didn't have a full-blown relapse, but I was pretty darn close. During this past Christmas time, I became real manic, and I thought, oh, well, I can cut back on my medication. And I did, and thank God I still kept in touch with my doctor. I still had a mental health worker that came to my house, or she still comes once a week. I have a great support system with family and friends, and so I didn't have a full-blown relapse, but I was pretty close. There was one point that I thought for sure that I was going to have to be hospitalized again. And that's the whole point of our treatment, and whatever modality we choose as far as treatment goes. The ultimate goal is to stay out of the hospital. The goal is to grow and stay in recovery and help ourselves. And there's like a thing where it's like, if we do everything we can in our power, then things have a strange way of working themselves out. If you're spiritual, you kind of feel like it's kind of a God thing. If you're not, it's kind of like synchronicity, where things just kind of fall into place, and you're in sync with yourself and others, and things just kind of tend to take care of themselves. And that's so true, I think, for life in general, whether you're mentally ill or not, is finding that synchronicity. It's like I've been going through a bunch of old stuff from when I was a kid, and there's a lot of records in there, and it's like the needle, on the old records. As long as that needle was in that track on that record, the music sounded good. But if there was, a speck of dust or dirt, caught in one of those tracks on the record, and that needle, it would start skipping. So you would hear the same thing over and over. Blep, 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 instead of the music. And that's kind of the way it is with life. That we want to be sure that the needle that's the stylus that plays the music in our life is in a track that's free of dust and debris, and that can play our song, and that our song can be played in life, and that we can join in other songs to create a symphony of life with other people and family and friends. And we don't want our stylus, our needle, to get stuck. And that is what the point of recovery, therapy, support system, medication, if you smoke marijuana, you use herbal remedies along with kind of nutritional, and you really should use a nutritional with everything. But however, again, whatever modality you choose, that you stay true to that, and that you stay you stay accountable to whatever it is that you've chosen as your method of treatment. And so we can play that song. That song of our life can be played, and we can play that song with other songs. And then, like I said, the symphony, the symphony of life, where we're playing along with others, and we're in that synchronicity, we're in that continuum, where things are okay. It could be, you're struggling with something, but you can still be in that track on that record. You can still play that song. It may not be as loud, or it may not be as beautiful as it normally is, but it's still being played. And that's what we want. That's what we want for ourselves. If we have loved ones that are mentally ill or struggle with mental illness, that's what we want for them. And so, relapse certainly does strike at times, and I don't think that there is necessarily like 100% guarantee that if you do A, B, C, and D, that you're going to prevent relapse. But I think there is enough scientific evidence to show that if you have therapy, you're going to therapy, you got a support system, you got some kind of treatment taking place, medication, whatever it is, and you follow those things, then your chances of relapsing are much, 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 much less than someone who is not being treated, not going to any therapy, and is just kind of trying to do it, on their own. And your chances are so much better of having a relapse when you're in that position. And I think, when you stop and think about it, that's probably the line of responsibility, when it comes to mental illness. We do have a choice to pursue treatment, and it's a choice that we all can make. And hopefully, if we struggle with it, we make that choice to pursue treatment, whatever treatment options that are available to us. We choose that, and then the chips fall where they may, because like I've said before on other videos, I can't guarantee you how I'm going to feel 5 minutes from now, much less 30 minutes from now or an hour from now. I can't guarantee you how I'm going to feel, but I have made a choice to pursue therapy, pursue medication. I have a great support system, and to be honest, I haven't relied on that very much lately, and I need to. It's a weakness, and I've talked about it on these videos before. The isolation that I choose, for myself. I don't have to have that. I can call any number of people on the telephone right now and probably be able to talk to somebody outside of my family that it's a friend that's just supportive. And and so the point, I guess, of today's video is check yourself, and make sure that you're doing everything that you can do, and sometimes The only thing you can do is get up and take a shower and take your meds and take a nap. I mean, sometimes that's all I can do is get up in the morning, see my kids off to school, see my wife off to work, and take my morning meds and then crash out for a while. Sometimes that's all I can do. Other days are more productive than some days. But, the days I have now are much better than any of the days that I had before. And ultimately, that's what we want. And I hope that you guys have a good day today. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, if not the next day. So take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. You can reach me at desertrainbow66 at gmail.com. That's desertrainbow66 at gmail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook. My name is Paul West. And there's another avenue there for support. And I can help you, find some groups, on Facebook that are extremely supportive and healthy and good places to be. And I can help you with that if you need that. And so please don't hesitate to email me. I think you can message me actually through YouTube. I think it's easier just to email. So desertrainbow66 at gmail.com. Take care.